morning. Welcome to our Saturday morning spectacular. I am Gillian St. Kevin, author of Empowering Queer Fantasy. And with me, after what feels like a very long time, is Jamie Sands. Hi, Jamie.
It's been like a month since we were on together, I think.
It feels so much longer than that.
I'm Jamie. I write optimistic urban fantasy, queer romance, and whatever else springs to mind. And yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Yeah. So last weekend you were in Wellington and it looked like you had an absolutely amazing time.
Oh, it was just chill, just hanging with the family and the two new puppies that my sister adopted over Christmas and their cat. Yeah, it was very low key actually.
Oh,
But
that
right
is
before we went
pretty
away,
really
I did
nice.
manage to meet B.L. Maxwell, who's a famous author, who was travelling to Glow this weekend in Melbourne and
Yes.
decided to spin around New Zealand a little bit while she was in the neighbourhood. So we sat and talked for 2 hours, and it was absolutely wonderful.
That is so cool. Jen is here and says, so glad to see both of you together again. I know. This is,
It's so nice.
yeah. Um, so last weekend I was taking care of George and Baxter, and George and Baxter are best of friends, but George never wants to stop playing when Baxter's around. And Baxter occasionally gets fed up with George, and Baxter can open doors. So when Baxter's had enough of George, he just opens the door and walks out, and puts himself to bed on somebody's bed, and it's very funny. But because George was in a new location for him, he was on full-on guard duty, and we're at the end of this little cul-de-sac when I look after Baxter. So somebody shuts a door. We are under attack. George goes nuts barking, and Baxter's like, "Oh, if George is barking, I got to bark."
Obviously.
So yeah. For both of our streams, I think the first sprint was like dogs barking, dogs going outside, dogs doing this, doing that, and it was very distracting. And then they were just like, yeah. It was mainly Baxter. Baxter was like, I've had enough, and he'd lay down and snooze, and George would be like, play, play, play.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. And then George would cuddle up next to me, and we'd have two snoozing dogs, except at the end of the Saturday sprint, I let George out, and then I'm like, hang on, it's been a while, where's George?
Uh-oh.
And I think what happened, because he did this again, is that he'd gone into the neighbour's garden,
Right.
and he'd just gone for a little walk and explore, but like, I went to the door, called him, and he wasn't there, and I came back and I was like, holy crap, we've got 2 minutes until the sprint finishes. I'm going to just run out and check he hasn't got on the road. So I ran down the driveway calling him, could not find him, was properly freaking out, and then I get back and George is at the back door going, where were you?
Where are you? Amazing.
Yep. So yeah, what do we do on these
and
streams? Let me think.
2 weeks ago, I was at Tauranga Armageddon. Next week, I'll be at Wellington Armageddon.
Yep.
So we have to make the most of this weekend because I won't be around next weekend again.
And the weekend after that, I'm going to be at Christchurch Armageddon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What do we normally do? Saturday, we talk about achievements.
I've just got a text asking if I want to walk a dog. Yes, I do.
Well, my achievement this week is just making some progress because I didn't take my laptop down to stay with my parents because I was like, I'm not going to write while I'm down there. And then I had inspiration, so I bought a notebook and I wrote longhand. And so this week I did actually make some progress on my work in progress. I'm really hoping I can finish it this weekend because I'm really in the last few scenes. But my brain's been fighting it a little bit. So, getting there.
Jamie, were you here when I started the naughty fig?
No. Tell me.
It's called the Naughty Fic because I was absolutely not supposed to be working on it.
Oh
So
no.
I decided that pretty much my project is due the first week of May. I've got Armageddon at the end of April, so I was like, okay, April is just going to be, oh, hi Billy, it's just going to be me being focused and doing all of the necessary stuff. And then I think the first weekend that it was just me, I was like, but I really want to write this story. And I had 6 days where I wrote 2,000 words in a day. I finished this short nonsense thing. If it would be in fanfic terms, it is a plot what plot. And it could be something more. Like I can see myself doing like little mini episodes of this. Like the first chunk is 12,000 words. I am about 7,000 words into the second one. Inca has been hassling me so much about calling it the Naughty Fic, and now it's stuck like that, so apologies.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Well, funny you say that, because I too have been writing something that I'm not meant to be writing.
Yes.
And it is definitely also PWP and unrelated to absolutely anything else that I've ever done. So,
Are we the
part
same
one of that
person?
one's done. It's about 5,000 words, and I'm on to part 2. Maybe this is why I haven't finished my work in progress. Who could say? Who
Yep.
could say?
Though this week I have turned my it feels like I've turned my entire life upside down. I have not. It just, that's what it feels like. I got an entirely reasonable email from my sister, had a way over the top emotional response to it, and then was like, what is going on here? And I realized I've actually been really unhappy for quite a long time. And I was really in denial about it, but I had to sort of sit down and say, what is behind this, like, really, why are my emotions so out of whack? Oh, I'm actually very unhappy with where I am right now. I need to fix this. What can I do to change this? So I'm going to make a big effort to get more physical exercise, to eat better. I might start going back to my lovely therapist. And the biggest change is that I have said I'm going to stop doing childcare.
Good
so
idea.
that I have more
for
time.
yourself. Yeah.
And unfortunately, the way I put this was, because I was just so deep in my head and I still hadn't figured out at this point that I'm the problem, it's me. And the way the way I approached it, I emailed my sister and I worded it in a way that she felt that I was rejecting her, which is something that I would never do. But we sat down, we talked. She has been so loving and supportive and being like, what can I do to help you? I want you to be happy. I want you to get out of this rut. And I'm just like, wow, I have so much love and support in my life. And yesterday I went to the first day of a digital marketing course. And I was talking about, I got asked, what do you do? So I was explaining my books and people were like, oh, why have you chosen that? And I was like, well, actually, and I got like this really passionate response from this lady with ADHD. She's like, yeah, there need to be neurodiverse books too. And I was like, yeah, there do. And I'm just like, holy crap. I haven't felt like this level of passion for my writing in a while. And I got my books out and people were like, that's so cool. And I was like, yeah, they are cool. And I was like, okay, so I haven't lost a love for writing. That's
Good.
still there. Because that was something I was worried about. I was like, have I
Yeah.
absolutely destroyed
Yeah.
my love for writing? And so I've got a lot of stuff to figure out still. But yeah, and I'm feeling very emotionally fragile and tired right now because this has been
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
massive roller
it takes
coaster.
so much out of you to process it.
Yeah.
So much.
So at the moment, I'm not trying to write. I'm trying to kind of think about what I want to do. I've made myself a list of things that will care for my health, my mental
Yeah.
well-being, that will make me happy, and or progress my life. And I'm just sort of like trying to check off bits and pieces. Hey Anna, you have just missed my huge emotional like info dump. Um, Billy, I think I'm putting pressure on myself, not so much to write, but so much as to have a career. And I'm kind of, I have got a lot on. I'm trying to do a full time amount of writing and also being in full time study.
And then full time childcare as well. Well, not full
Part
time, but
time,
part
yeah.
time,
And it was
which takes
just,
a
it
lot
was
of time.
not working.
Yeah.
And so I think, yeah, I will get back. Well, I need to start publishing more. And I think I'm hoping that having more time and having well, knowing that I'm still passionate about this will help.
Yeah.
And yeah, where's the joy in the fun? Um, Taking a break to work on my projects, I'm actually my characters are talking to me and they are being hilarious. I feel like I am watching. I like have this. I feel like I am in a fandom for the sitcom, and the sitcom is entirely in my head, and like the fandom is one person, me. But I'm like really excited to get this out of my head and into a format that I can share with people. So yeah, it's. I think that when I finally sit down and do start writing again, it will be more fun than it has been. So
Yay.
that is my big achievement for the week. I turned my life
That's
upside
huge
down.
achievement for the week.
Yeah.
Huge. I'm really proud of you.
Yay! But I've done two different house sits this week, and I don't know where I've put my wild unknown deck.
All right. Yes.
So
So
I'm
I
gonna
have a new deck, which
yay.
is Everybody's Tarot, which is you've seen a card or two from because I put them into my Alley Man. It's a deck without people in it, or I can dig out the Disney villains or the movie tarot. Having said that, I don't see the Disney villains. Oh, they're on the floor. Okay. So if you would rather.
I did request Disney villains, but having looked at the Everyone Tarot, I really like that.
It's so positive. It's just a little warm hug of a deck. Okay, let's give it a go.
Anna says, I've seen that deck. I am excited for this.
The person who designed it is pretty active on the Alley, Anna, so that might be where you've seen them. But I just love them. Something about it is just really warm. In fact, on the back it says, simple, accessible, bright, let your intuition speak.
Yay.
Okay, you want to explain what we're doing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
nice. Shuffling a normal size deck, by the way. It feels really easy.
That's brilliant. Okay. So this is our warm-up. Jamie's going to draw a card and we're going to use the image and associations of that card as inspiration for a 5 minutes creative sprint. We're going to park our inner editor and just kind of write. Now,
Yeah.
you could use this to like get whatever is front of brain out of your brain onto paper to kind of clear the decks for the work you're about to do. You can use it to kind of check in with your characters when you're work in progress, or you could just dive straight in. Whatever you want to do, there are no rules except that you don't censor yourself and you don't worry too much about making something pretty or profound. Jamie and I generally type when we write, so we both prefer to do this with pen and paper to just kind of add a little bit more distance. Oh, that's a cool pen. But
It's
yeah.
chimmy. It's a BTS thing. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's
Tell me
go
when.
with now.
Okay. Oh, the Two of Wands. We got a little guy,
cuteness.
and he's got a crossroads in front of him.
These are reminding me of the Mr. Men books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a I get that. The simple. Okay, it just says the only information we've got for this Two of Wands: decisions, planning, choices, and assessing. I think this might be directly for you, Gillian.
Oh my gosh, yes. I did a tarot reading for myself for April, and it was like everything was really nice and positive, and then the card for my immediate future was like hurt, betrayal, anguish.
Oh, man.
And then the outcome, like everything was really positive, and then the outcome, what was the outcome? Eight of Cups, stagnation, ill health. Pack your bags and move on. There's nothing, you cannot rekindle what's been lost. Start anew. I was like, holy
Billy
crap.
has said she loves the deck. I just have to show you the strength card because it's so freaking adorable.
That's gorgeous. That is so...
I love this deck so much. Okay, so we've got the Two of Wands. Let me find my timer. I'm Jamie 2 phones at the moment because I've got a new phone, but it's all fancy and I need a nice protective case for it, and that hasn't turned up yet. So all week I've been using my old phone because it's got the SIM, and my new phone because it's nice.
Yep.
Okay, 5 minutes. Ready to go?
Yep.
Cool, 5 minutes starting now. And that's the card once more. Right. 5 minutes done. Just had to finish my sentence. One full page.
I got 3/4 of a column, and I've sort of thought I would like to make sure that now I have made this massive change, I would like to make sure that I don't immediately get comfortable and fall back into bad habits. I'm like, okay, I have created this massive upheaval. How am I going to ensure that it is put to good purpose?
Yeah. It is a very good thing to be mindful of. For me, when it comes to stuff like crossroads, like in the card, I'm like, if I think too much about all the possibilities, then I get stuck.
Decision fatigue?
Yeah. Well, decision paralysis, in fact. But I'm just like, I can't decide on anything because there's too many good options. And I'm a Libra, so we can see, the best sides of everything, and it's decisions are hard. So my decision just now, actually, while I was writing, is just to keep focusing on the next thing. And big room planning and big, strategy is not my best point. But if I just go, this feels right next, then that's what I'll do. So, yeah.
I met a really amazing person at the course I started yesterday. Her name is Jenna. Her business is restoring luxury handbags and leather shoes. Like, she can literally... One time she posted before and after pictures and got accused of buying a new bag. But she has ADHD, and so she's come up with all these strategies to ensure that she's productive. And some of them are really smart. Like, she has a scary queue of all of the stuff that is just like too hard, too difficult, she does not want to do.
Yeah.
And she says that in the morning, when she has like the most focus, she will force herself to do 1 hour of work on something from the scary queue. And then she'll set a timer, and as soon as that timer is off, she gets to relax and go on to something new. She will also work on a project until it's about 80% finished, and then she gets bored. And at that point, she knows that it's more efficient for her to actually switch to a new project. And when she gets bored of that project, back to the 80% project, she finishes it, she gets a massive dopamine rush, and that kind of propels her forward. And I'm just like, wow, you are so smart.
Yeah, it's the, what do you call it? The eat the frog?
Yep.
Yeah, you do the hardest thing, get it out of the way. I'm not always good at that, though. Okay, let's jump into our first sprint because we've been talking a while.
Oh, and Emma says that strategy is extremely familiar to me. And I have so many writing and real life friends in the last couple of years who have been diagnosed with ADHD, and it is just mind-blowing to me. Oh, productive procrastinating. I love that, Anna.
Oh, yeah, that is good. Yeah.
Cool. So for this sprint, I'm going to finish... I don't think I've finished all of the thoughts for the warm-up. I'm going to keep going, and then I'm actually working on my next week's planning. So I'm going to continue with that.
All right. Well, let's go then. 20 minutes starting now. First sprint done. I finished a chapter
Oh, that's awesome.
just now, actually, right in the last moment.
Very cool. I've been thinking about what I'd like to do on a daily, weekly, bi-weekly and monthly schedule, sort of thinking about things I can add into my diary. Yeah, just doing that sort of thing.
Nice. I got 595 words, so feeling very good about that progress.
Brilliant.
I'm remembering why I actually like writing the ends of books, which is always good. Feels like
Yep.
running downhill when I'm doing it right.
Yep. I entirely forgot my cool thing. Oh, Anna wrote 423 words. That's awesome. I was a Kickstarter backer for the Author Stuck List, which is the latest Becca Syme book, and it comes with this awesome deck of cards. The idea being that if you find yourself stuck, you can pull a card. And although I'm not currently writing, I thought that I could pull a card for our next sprint, see what we get, and potentially it could be of use to someone. So here we go. The top card, oops, that's actually not the card, that's the instructions. I did not shuffle well enough. Okay, here we go. Okay, emotion. The card asks, have you checked in with your positive outlook? Do you need an infusion of positive thinking? I feel called out. But yeah.
Your issues are just resonating through all the cards today.
Oh my gosh.
It's good.
Yep.
It's a good thing.
So let's take a moment to get aligned with what is positive in our lives, and then let's jump right back into our next sprint.
Yep.
Please feel free to share your progress in the chat, and yeah, let's make some words happen.
Let's do. I say, let's go. 20 minutes starting now. browsing Twitter. It's fine. second sprint in, I got slightly distracted by Twitter, but I also got words in. It slowed down by trying to think up internet usernames. 347 words.
Very good.
If anyone has a good idea for a silly internet username, please put them in the comments and it will turn up in my book.
Yay. I brainstormed what an ideal day would look like for me, and then I looked at my schedule and was like, how can I get as close to this as possible? Yeah, that is what I did.
I like that.
It is 11:11, which is pretty cool.
Magic time.
And it is also, this is generally the point in the stream where we stop and take a break. I am suddenly very hungry, so I would like to make some peanut butter toast.
I also
and
would
cup
like
of
a
coffee.
snack.
Cool.
Pokey came in during that sprint and yelled at me and then had a little play on her own, so I'm going to go out and see what she's up to and maybe refill my Milo. So, yes, back in a couple of minutes.
Sounds great. No, it's not a 5-minute warm-up. There we go. Back soon.
Oh, good morning, Amy. We're just on break. Anna wrote 111 words but got interrupted a lot. Well, that's fair. You have 2 kittens living in your house. You're going to have interruptions. 111 words is still more than you had before, so it's all good. All progress is good progress. Whew. I don't know if any of you didn't know this, but Book Depository is closing down, which is very, very sad. But I'm glad I managed to do some panic orders, including this beast. The Making of a Story. And it is by Alice LaPlante, and it was recommended by Neil Gaiman in his masterclass. And I'm this far through, and it's really, really, really good. I actually got it from the library, but then I was like, no, I need this in my house forever. So my plan in the next while is to work through this, because it's not just a book; it's also a workbook. She gives exercises. I think it's based on a writing course she's
Taught.
I'm a writer.
This is what happens. I think we use words so much they all fall out of our heads. Hi,
Yes.
Amy.
There's a very good meme about it, which is like, do you know how much braining it takes to make the words go?
I had the pleasure of seeing Amy in person this week. Because it's school holidays, Amy is able to join us at the library on Tuesday mornings, and oh my gosh, it was exciting. We had a really full table because there were quite a few people there who are school holidays dependent, and it was just amazing. So yep, my break was not very interesting. I made coffee, I made toast, and then I almost tripped over the dog, who was very interested in my toast and was standing behind me.
Oh yeah. When I went out, there were no cats in the house, so Pokey must have given up on trying to get my attention and gone outside again.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of stormy, so I'm kind of expecting them both to come in, but well, we'll see.
Shall we start our third
Yes.
sprint with another stuck card?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This time we've got a card from the environment. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay. Go eat something. Honestly, make a snack and come back to the manuscript in a hot second.
It's literally what we just did, except I forgot to get myself a snack.
Okay. Well, Jamie will go get a snack, and the rest of us will dive into our third sprint. Let me get the
I made my
ticker up.
Milo, and that's as far as I got. Okay, 20 minutes starting now while I go get a snack. word sprint done. I got 444 words. Oh, okay. 444.
That is fantastic. What have I done? I have switched back to planning for next week, and I've sort of looked at my big to-do master list, and other stuff, and kind of worked out what is an appropriate amount of things to try and do next week. Oh, and I got 298 words. That's awesome. Sam loves gloves. And yeah. Oh gosh, it's 11:42. We need to dive straight into our fourth sprint.
Yep.
Shall we go overtime and do the full 20?
Yep. Let's just go for a little.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. 20 minutes starting now. final sprint done. How did everyone go?
I went great. I have transferred some of my planning into the back of my bullet journal, so I'll always have it. I'm doing something that my sister suggested. I do some sort of daily gratitudes in my journal anyway, but it's usually things like Toby the dog gave me cuddles this morning and that was awesome, or this nice thing happened to me. She suggested that I write down difficult things that I have done or something I did that is me taking care of myself. And so I've gone and I've written down everything I've done since Thursday when we had this conversation. And I'm actually feeling really pleased with myself. Anna, 355 words. Amy, 620.
I got 513.
Brilliant.
Yes.
This has just been a great sprint for everyone, I feel. A great stream, I mean.
We're all just so happy that we're both together.
Yeah.
I've actually just passed 40,000 words on this manuscript, which is good. It's still going to be a bit on the short side, but I'm almost there. Just got two chapters to go. Yeah, and the last one will be, just the happy ending. So,
Yay. Amy's 620 words brings her to almost 1,000 today, which is brilliant. And Anna got 1,287 altogether this morning. I am so proud of us.
me too.
Clearly, great things happen when the two of us are together. Though, having said that, Toby's family, Toby is the dog I'm currently house sitting, they come back tomorrow. I don't know at what time. So I'm going to see if Jamie can host tomorrow. We'll be hanging out on their channel anyway. But if you host Jamie, then if I suddenly need to disappear halfway through the stream, then it won't be a huge disruption.
Excellent. I am fine with that. What was I going to say? Oh, I remembered that I promised you a writer's retreat that has not happened yet. So you have to get in touch and tell me when the gaps in your house sittings are. And we can try and plan something.
Currently, I am booked until July 7th, after which I am free until September.
Okay. So midwinter. Okay.
Yeah, which is good.
It is good.
Pancakes are good any time of year, so...
Excellent. All right, I will be in touch about that. Thank you everyone for coming and doing stuff with us. What an awesome sprint. I got almost 2,000 words, so I'm going to hang around and just do a few more so that I can get to 2,000. And then I'm going to go have a nap.
Before we disappear, Jamie has shared a link to a really cool project over in the Discord, so please take a look and chuck your spare dollars their way, because Garters of the Galaxy, you should support that based on the name alone.
I think it is going to be a really, really fun night if they can get it off the ground, so please, any donation is useful.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, same time tomorrow. Cannot wait.
See you later.